Turn the mic up, let the whole town know. Truth hits hard when the headlines go. From the courthouse steps to the waterline, we follow the paper and expose the signs. Burning bridges, lighting up the night, toxic water, but we still stand and fight. Local, state, and the national map. Say her name loud. Nicole in all caps. Raw and unfiltered, reality uncut. Digging through the stories they tried to shut up. Speaking truth, demanding facts. Once the fire stops, there's no turning back. Nicole in all caps. Live every Thursday night. Nicole in all caps. Bringing every issue to light.
And good. Wow, this is this is how Nicole does hers in a circle. So let me get that fixed up. So hey, Nicole is taking full advantage of the Chateau de Mars Hill network. That is an awesome intro to her show on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Burning the Bridges in Madison County. We've done several shows about Madison County and Indiana. You would think that that is just a small little Anderson town and nothing big was happening there, but man, there's a lot of drama that goes on up there. Let's see if I can get some of this stuff switched around here so I can be there. We go. Yeah, that's what I'm used to at on my show. But she's taking it up to another level with the AI and that intro. But you know they do have a lot of issues up there, and they have a political party that's pretty much the good old boys network that those folks are fighting against up there on the daily. So if you want to tune in and listen to her show, and then I got another announcement we're going to be making here soon about another show that's coming on a Saturday. But that's all I'm going to tell you right now. Where as we build this network, hey, and maybe you have a show that you'd like to do. Hey, get a hold of me. It's these folks are dedicated. Brad and Nicole and Whitty, they're way more dedicated than I am. I'm just sort of on here doing the mouthwash show. I have three helpers, Brad, Tiffany, and Lucy, that make it a lot easier for me. So we have some shows. So and then we have some great viewers. Ducky in the chat, as Whitty would say, Ducky in the chat, based. so, but yeah, Steve in his show, it's 8:00 on Tuesdays. Whitty reviews. And man, I'll tell you what, he digs up some stuff. And and these politicians do these things and they just sort of do them and hope nobody sees it. Well, Whitty sees it. I don't know how he finds the stuff, but he finds it. He does the research, he puts in the work, and he comes with the sauce, with the receipts. So you could catch him at 8. But before that, we have Brad Sawinski and Drew. They are going to be on, and I think Mark Small is becoming a regular on there, and a very interesting combination of folks there. And they have very interesting conversations. That's 7:30 tonight, right here in the Chateau de Mars Hill Studio Network. And you can watch that. And let's see what we got here. I try to pay attention to the comments a little bit. Yeah, that will be my next thing, because I said he needed a bigger spoon to stir the pot, and so that's a good one. So he definitely digs it up. But hey, if it wasn't for viewers, we'd just be talking in the air. So that's good. Hey, I'm going to put on a poll. If you're not on Facebook, People Over Politics, join that group or page or whatever it is. I'm going to be putting some polls on there. My latest one is, if I'm offered to go on the Rob Kendall show, should I go on the Rob Kendall show? And that's a simple poll. It's a yes or no, or I don't care. That's the three choices you're going to have. But I'm going to put that poll on there, and I put other polls on there. And I'm always interested to see what people think on what's going on. And so we appreciate your man, I already do it. So yeah, we'll see what's happening. But there's a void going on right now. I don't know if you follow WIBC the radio show or radio station WIBC, but they just fired John Herrick, who was the news director at WIBC. I mean, I don't know. I don't think the guy's got a bad bone in his body. I don't know what he was fired for. I don't know what's up. But is WIBC management intentionally trying to tank their station? Because it just seems like they're getting rid of people. We got Rob Kendall, all that. And hey, Tyler, hold on, Tyler Mitchell in Texas. What are you doing in Texas? Are you visiting all my exes in Texas? So I bet he's probably checking out Good Roads, because if you know Tyler Mitchell, he's out fighting a good fight with, he'll actually go out in the community and see what's up. I mean, he rode the Indigo bus the other day and, was just to see what it's like. And I think I want people in leadership. Let's get this guy in leadership somewhere, because he's out posting pictures of bad roads, talking to people, shaking hands, kissing babies, all that stuff. And he said is that a tractor or a car? Oh, if you drove to Texas, that's like 40 hours or something. I don't know what it is. But anyway, hey, the superintendent on my job is from McAllen, Texas. He's in town to run this job that I'm on. And he's a real nice fellow. But I think he went back this weekend to Texas and all that. So, yeah, see, hey, Tyler, see, Ducky's seen your videos on there, and she concurs in your assessment of it, which I do too. It's like, I chipped that tooth right there riding on Holt Road over here. It's so rough. But anyway, it is, we have issues here in Indiana. Indianapolis and Indiana, I guess. So that's what we're going. I'm sort of ranting and running all over the place today with stuff. But, the WIBC's, it just seems like, I don't know what they're. I mean, if you want to listen to Tony Katz for 6 hours a day, blather on about whatever he's blathering on, it's very predictable what he's going to say. There's nothing really new. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. Tony Katz is a professional. I mean, when I talked to him up at the convention, he was like he was on the radio. I felt like I was, doing an interview with him. Very professional guy. I mean, loves the business he's doing. I can't say anything more than he's just excellent at his job. And then, and my buddy Jason Hammer and Nigel, those guys are fighting the good fight there. And I know Jason keeps his notes down. He doesn't like to get, yeah. I think that Ducky, if you want a good opinion about what's going on, you just, follow Ducky. She has got her ear to the ground. And always good in the chat to see her, because she has the wisdom. She brings the wisdom. Whitty brings the sauce, and Ducky brings the wisdom. But so I don't know what's going on there, but there's definitely a void in things. And I'm cooking up some stuff. I just want to say I'm cooking up some stuff about how to fill that void, maybe with another radio station, or hey, our Chateau de Marcel Studio Network's getting ready to have 5 shows on here. So we are, and then probably 6. Who knows? We may end up filling the whole calendar, but it's not radio, and it is tough to make it in radio, because the advertising it's just tough, because the audience with all the other, we have podcasts, we have just different streamings of this and that. Radio, newspaper, regular TV is definitely taking a hit with the new thing. But you know what I say? Hey, get better. If you're losing, get better. Get people to watch. So, and that's what we appreciate the folks that watch our shows on here. We have obviously a bunch of different things. So it was, yeah. See, I mean, more wisdom from the Duck. More wisdom. So yeah, you mentioned the wrong political people in areas, and hey, I'm one of those guys. That's why I think Rob and myself, we're sort of political refugees in some sense. I think it'd be interesting. I said, I guess maybe another poll I'll do is like, if I go on the show with him, should I be, copacetic, or should I just play the villain? He's a villain, I'm a villain. Maybe we, fight it out. Maybe that's how we'll do it. Maybe I'll put a poll out for that too, so you can vote on that. But yeah. People over politics, Facebook, polling. It's scientific. I mean, that poll is one you can trust. That's a poll you can trust. So let's go. Let's go with the things. Now So let's just start out with church peer review. Got church peer review today. that'll be live, and I'm just so close to 500 followers. I need 1,000 followers to do a live. Uh, exactly, Ducky. She gets it. She gets it. So, oh yeah, and then we got our lovely. This is one of my favorite. Larry's one of my favorite libertarians in the state of Indiana, next to Whitty and Drew. I mean, Larry's definitely third famous, favorite libertarian. I wish they would all be more like Whitty, Drew, and Larry. That would be really cool. But I know that that's not going to happen. So that's a whole nother show. So anyway, church peer review. I think I'm going to go to Charity Church here in the hood. Since my time is limited here in Indiana, I'm going to try to hit some of my local churches. I don't know if you know the fact about Mars Hill, but at one time there was up to 21 churches in Mars Hill. Now, I don't think there's that many, but there still is a goodly amount. I think there's upwards in 15 churches in Mars Hill. So a lot of them very small. Now, Charity Church is not a small church, but Charity Church has a lot of folks that moved out to Plainfield, Avon, and there is some local folks that go there, but most of those people are folks that used to live in Mars Hill, and then they live somewhere else. And they come back to Charity Church. Great church. They do a lot of good work. Got a great children's ministry. But hey, if you want to learn more about it, I'm going to go today and probably do my church peer review from Charity Church. So you can watch that. That'll be around 11 o'clock live. I do it on Facebook Live because I can do it there, and then I transfer it over to TikTok. So that's where I'm trying to do that platform, but I need those 1,000 followers. Come on now, come on. So we have, and then we have Brad Sawinski, Drew, and Mark Small at 7:30 for the rinse. We have the rinse, the mouthwash, and then Tiffany's going to be starting up the floss. So you can sink your teeth into those 3 shows for sure. So then we have Brad tonight at 7:30. Tune in. I believe this is going to be a really special event. You want to go and you want to listen to this tonight because Brad is actually road tripping over to see Mark Small in his undisclosed area in somewhere west of Indiana. So I think that's what's happening tonight. I don't think Brad can do it because of the time thing. He has to be at work at like 5 a.m. and they're not going to get done and then driving back from all the way to the West Coast to where he has to work. I don't think he's on that road trip, but hey, don't be surprised. They'll do anything for the show. That's what I love about the Chateau de Mars Hill Studio Network. People sacrifice and do the work, and they're diligent in their shows. So you want to tune into that. We'll see how that pans out. Then, of course, 8 o'clock, Whitty Reviews. He has dug up some stuff on Kyle Walker that is really suspect. It's sort of like Kyle Hupper. Maybe if your name's Kyle, you get some kind of deal from the government. No, Kyle Hupper got ownership in 42 liquor stores with his service. So, hey, maybe you can get something if you get elected. And so apparently Kyle's in charge of some bill that he wrote and passed, and now he's in charge of the company that benefits from the bill that he passed. So I don't know how it all works. It's all smoke and mirrors. But anyway, so he's going to be digging into that. Also, some of these arrests that he's posting and some cases that maybe don't see the light of day on things. One thing I know that he's posted was that Cindy Mowry is striking a deal with paying back the money that she misappropriated from the fairgrounds to paint her house. That's what they do. They do those things, and they hope they don't get caught. But she got caught. So the Attorney General is trying to make her pay back the money plus the investigative expenses, and they're supposed to be into a deal. Now, this has been decided for over a year. Now, why is the money not being paid back? There's a lot of questions, but they're negotiating a settlement. I don't know what that means, but I'm thinking if you stole money from the organization you're the president of, that's jail time. But hey, who am I? I'm just a dumb bricklayer from Mars Hill. I don't know anything about these things. Larry, hey, you're cracking me up this morning, Larry. That's fine. Not sorry, dental rates. Hey, we wanted to have a show. Lucy's going to do a show. We'd call it Root Canal. So so it's like, oh, yeah. All right, Drew. Oh, Drew's been like a dog with a bone on Cindy. It doesn't get much attention. No, it doesn't. And I think they drag these things out, and they don't care what the collateral damage is. And Jeremiah TV Ball Haas, it's been on our show, and they have really it's just disgusting what they've done. They don't care who they hurt, how they hurt them, whatever. And I don't know what to do, because I've come up with this phrase, crooks protecting crooks. And that's what we end up having. We don't have anyone that's above these crooks that can hold them accountable. Now, I'm hats off to Todd Rokita for trying, but we'll see what happens with this. But I think that, and I think honestly that there's just this one thing that's out there, but allegedly there may be other things that they've done. I've heard about. Russ McQuaid had reported on the Marion County Fairgrounds corruption for years, and he basically told me, he said, I'm done with him. I can't, I've reported on it and nobody cares. So I would love to get him back on this case. I guess if we're going to just let corruption and, misdeeds go unpunished or unchecked, we're going to get what we get. And then I'm starting to wonder who is legit, who is based, that can do this thing. But you know what? Witty's holding them accountable. And that show is Witty Reviews on 8. And then the Mouthwash Talk Show, we are sort of going towards, we're covering some local events, but we are going to be covering more national events. My move to Florida, it's going to be tougher than that. But I am going to renew my press pass in August at the State House. So I will be covering some stuff about, with the State House, and I'll still have some stuff here. And we're in the process of finding an apartment or an arrangement where we can come back and stay. My wife really loves the month of May, so I can see us sticking around for that. But for the most part, folks, I'm out. I can't do it. If you see this picture behind me, well, right behind me is my backyard, and I have some construction material left over from jobs, some bricks and blocks and different things. And of course, the city came out and they wrote me up for it and said that an anonymous person had complained, but that's fine. I mean, it's just the hassles of from this. They just hassle. And I'm sure it's probably somebody I made mad about the floodplain or whatever. I'm trying to find out information from the city on the floodplain in Mars Hill. I would like to do that as my parting gift, is to solve that for the folks that are in the floodplain. 628 houses that are required to pay flood insurance, and I really don't think it's necessary if they mitigate the floodplain, which they've been trying to do since 2018. Your eyes will glaze over thinking about it. But that's the work that needs to be done. It's boring. It's cumbersome. It's frustrating. It's all that. But it's just it's just what it is. So we have the Mouthwash Talk Show. We're going to talk about stuff. Current events, local events, all those things. I'll give you the poll results, because I'm going to put that poll out about whether I should go on the Rob Kendall show. If I'm asked, who knows? I mean, I'd be asked. But I'm going to put that on there, and you can vote. And then also we have Nicole show, Nicole in all caps. And when I'm going to try to say her name, Kapolslinski. I don't know. She's going to have to help me with it. But so I just put it in caps, CAPS. Because you know what? She's loud and proud, and she is like, the whistleblower up in Madison County. And I just thought that was a very applicable, title for her show, because, she's up there sounding the alarm, and people are just pretty much calling her crazy. Hey, Nicole, don't worry. This Saturday, they started out calling me crazy. Then they said I'm a disruptor, and now I'm a populist. And there was another one. There's a new one that they're trying to put on me. So they just want to label you to others. If somebody says, well, what about Nicole? Well, oh, she's crazy. They don't say, oh, Nicole, she's really fighting for her community. That's what they should be saying. But so watch her show. She covers a lot of local stuff. Apparently, from what I've watched, the water sucks up there. There's a toxic waste dump that's going on, and they're trying to build a data center on top of a roof. It just seems like Madison County has a lot of issues So here we go. Nicole chiming in here. So she said they call me a terrorist. I think I'll shoot them. Well, I haven't gotten to that point, Nicole. Maybe I should come and take some notes from you on how to get to that point. But I think that folks are starting to have a little buyer's remorse on some of these things that, when they call you crazy, I say if they call you crazy, don't go out and prove it. So you just keep putting the things. It's 3 data centers. So hey, check. And you know what's happening in Madison County is just basically a microcosm that's happening all over the state between the solar panels, the data centers, the all the stuff that's going on. And maybe you don't know this, but Indiana is basically a toxic waste dump for the Midwest. So in New Palestine, when that train derailment happened and all that soil that was contaminated, guess where it came to? Indiana. That's right. We have toxic waste dumps, and we were talking about this the other day. One of my classmates, Donnie Mack, just passed away. Good guy. We played basketball together back in high school and everywhere. But he, cancer, and he's not the only one. Just like a ton of my classmates have passed away from cancer. My sister has brain cancer right now. I think they poisoned us in the 70s. I don't know what else to say, but something is different. I know people that are 10, 15 years older than me that they don't have near the carnage in their generation, in their era that we've noticed. So anyway, I don't know. The poison must not be getting to me yet, but I'm not. Day by day, I'm living day by day. That's what I'm doing. So, all right, let's recap the shows and get the heck out of here. We have Church Pew Review today live, probably around 11:30, 12, whatever. Catch it on the Facebook live. And hey, thanks for watching. Those Church Pew Reviews are getting 800-900 views. So I know some folks are watching, and hopefully I'm doing a good job explaining the church. Some of these churches I've never been to, some I've been to, but I've enjoyed going to different churches. I always feel like I'm a spy, and also that I probably should go to this church again. I like it. So it's almost like going in the candy store trying to figure out which candy bar you want. I just want to take them all home, or getting a new puppy. I want to take all the puppies, but I can't. I just feel like I'm going to be at a different church next week. Someday I may settle down and quit being a church gypsy. But for right now, that's what we're doing. We're doing all that stuff. And that was that's going to be today. And then you want to catch Brad and the Ridge Show. He's working really hard to make that show go. That's at 7:30 live tonight on all the stations, whatever he puts it on. Because these folks, except for Whitty, I produce Whitty's show, so I know where it's going. But Nicole and Brad, they can pick the platforms they go on. Now, obviously, the Chateau de Marseille Studio Network, if you're on Facebook, follow that. That will give you all the shows, because I think that's one that they put it on. I try to let them use the Mouthwash feed so you can catch it on the Mouthwash feed, but they're responsible for the editing. And like I said, that awesome intro that Nicole did for her show. It's like, I had one back there backstage for her to use, and I just deleted it because I'm embarrassed for how good hers was and how bad mine was. Hey, I can take it. I got thick skin. I can take it. If my stuff sucks, let me know. I want to know. I don't want to be out there sucking and not knowing it. So, she's going to have her show on Thursday at 7 p.m. And then we'll have another announcement coming up here for a Saturday show coming up real soon. We don't want to throw all this stuff all out there at once, but our dance card's filling up. Hey, we got to fill that void where we have truth and sauce and based and all that stuff here at the Chateau de Marseille Network. And so everybody have a great Sunday. And as I say on Church Pew Review, go to church, and we will see you on all or one or all the shows. Watch them twice. Tell your friends. We need some more followers. We did. Mouthwash has passed 2,500, and we're going on to the next one. We keep getting more and more viewers. We thank you for watching, and everybody have a great Sunday. Peace out.